Hello world, Shelly here, and today I'm going to show you guys how I got this eye look using the Natasha Denona mini Tropic palette. I was wearing this eye look in a recent video. You guys asked for a tutorial, so here you go. I'm using every color in this palette. Retails for $25 and I'm in love. So if you want to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. Let's do this. I've already primed with my MAC paint pot in Painterly. And I'm starting out with a Wayne Goss 03, and I'm going to use the purple-ish shade on the end here, and we're going to use this as our sort of crease and transition color. This palette is definitely going to be one where if you cannot wear cool tones, you know, some people feel like cool tones make them look like they've been punched in the eye or they've got a bruise. You could run into that. This is definitely a cool toned palette, but if you are neutral to cool in your skin's undertone, this palette is going to be gorgeous on you. I am neutral. I prefer to lean a little bit cool, especially in the winter time, because my skin, when it's its most pale, definitely leans more pink. Oh, this color is so pretty. Now, I'm going to come back later and touch this up a bit to bring it a little bit higher than I normally do, just to get the color effect, but this is good for now. If you've got hooded lids, you just want to make sure that when you're looking straight forward, you can still see just a little bit of the color peeking out above where your mobile lid covers everything else up. Next, I'm going to take a flat shadow brush. This is a Smith 253, and this blue shade, the matte in the middle. And I'm going to take this as sort of a base color on the outer part of my mobile lid. We're going to go over this with that darker bluish purple shade, but I just want to kind of lend a base. And I'm just taking it up to the crease, but not really into the crease. So this is just going to give us a sort of an undertone to work with. I'm taking it almost halfway across my lid. We will be covering up part of that with the shimmer in a minute. I wiped off that same brush and we're going to go into the light green shimmer here. I'm going to start with the brush and then I'll add a little bit of coverage with my finger. But we're going to fill in the rest of the lid. You could just do brush or finger if you want. These brush apply beautifully. I mean, look at this payoff. It's so pretty. When you get to the center, just kind of wiggle very lightly over the edge where the seam of those two colors comes. You just want to give it a nice little blend there. I don't even need my fingertip. This is so pretty. My mother is having a very animated phone conversation in the other room. Now I've got my Makeup Geek Outer V brush, and I'm going to go into that purplish blue shade. And we are going to deepen the outer 7. Credit to Nisha of Sugar Puff and Fluff for calling it the outer 7 as opposed to an outer V. It's just an easier way to think of it if you've got hooded lids, so that you kind of maintain the lift. Now I'm just going in dab dab very lightly because I want to build it and I don't want to lose the blue that I put down first, and I want to build slowly. But you see how it's just kind of transforming the color from that greenish blue to a purpley greenish blue? It's so pretty. Now I'm going to take a tiny blending brush. This is a Wayne Goss 20, and that same blue color, and again, very lightly dab, but what I want to do is take a little bit of this into the crease, and I want to use a small brush because I don't want to blend this up. I just want it to define the crease about halfway across. Put most of the product to the outer corner and drag what's left toward the inner. Don't go all the way in. You don't want to close off the eye with too much darkness, but this is a good way to give some definition, give a little bit of color interest. Keep things interesting. I just love how this color plays against that green shimmer. It is just, it's one thing I appreciate about a well color curated palette. These colors were specifically chosen to work with each other. This isn't just any blue, any green, any purple. Oh, they just, I mean, look at that. These colors are amazing. I wiped off that brush, and this is where we're going to go back in and add some purple back in there. So I'm going to use that purple shade and very lightly just make sure I'm bringing it a little higher than I normally would. But I just want to make sure you can see it because it's so pretty and the contrast is so nice. So I'm just kind of using it to blend out the crease color. Very, very, very lightly. Next, I'm going to take a little smudger brush. This is a Morphe M506 and go into the dark green. And we're going to take this on the lower lash line. If you're not used to getting colorful, one way you can use pretty much any shadow palette is going with a nice simple neutral look on the top. I know this is really not simple neutral, but use your pop of color on the lower lash line to kind of accustom yourself to having a pop of color in your look. It's an easy way to do it. It's like less commitment than doing a full color look, but often very pretty. And this step is optional, but if you want, you can go back in with either the light blue or the purple and a pencil brush. This is from It Cosmetics, and give a little bit of blend. I like to do it on the outer corner to kind of tie the colors together. You don't have to do this step. You could keep it just green. But it just helps to tie the outer corner of the eye together. For the lower waterline, depending what color you want to pull out, you can go with a different green. The other day I was wearing the Maybelline Lasting Drama in Silken Turquoise. Today I think I'm going to try a more green. This is Mildew from Urban Decay. And I'm just going to pop a little bit into my lower waterline. Upper waterline, Urban Decay 24/7 waterline in Legend, which is black. With an eye look this sort of dramatic, you can either do upper lash line, liner, or not. I did the other day. I think I'm going to skip it today. I'm just going to curl my lashes, do some mascara. And here is the finished look. I use the Too Faced Dang Girl mascara on the upper lashes and my Estee Lauder Zero Smudge Double Wear on the lower lashes. Lip is from Marc Jacobs. This is, I think it's Enamored. I can't read. It's so small. I need to get a magnifying glass for my vanity. And that is what we got going on. I love Natasha Denona eyeshadows. There's no doubt about that. These mini palettes, I like that they don't dupe out her larger palettes. These are all different shades than the larger palettes, but they complement the larger palettes that they go along with. So this is the mini Tropic, and so the full-size Tropic, you could use this as an add-on to it, or if you just want to get into a lower-priced option to try out some higher-end eyeshadows, it is really good for that too. You get a full, entire cohesive eye look, all in this tiny little palette, great for travel, and I just love Natasha Denona eyeshadows very much. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this eye look tutorial. If you like eye tutorials, give me a thumbs up down below. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It helps my channel grow. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. As always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.